Starting our list off at number 10, the red door. Okay, if you're a fan of Haunting of Hill House, this first one here should tickle your fancy. Here we go. I'm terrified already. This is some hospital footage because, you know, why not? This video starts off with a flickering light, but as the person filming walks down the hallway, the door at the end begins to open and close repeatedly. Like this, check it out. Now, once they reach said red door that was opening and, you know, slamming shut, they realize nothing is there and it doesn't really go anywhere. The door just leads to pipes, like water supply pipes in case of emergencies, you know what I mean? So they're inspecting it to see what have caused the opening and closing when they began to hear banging coming from another door further down the hallway. And then, of course, like Looney Tunes, they go and check out that one as well. When they check it out, they find nothing and nobody. Honestly, you guys, when I saw the door at the end, when it didn't lead anywhere, I was upset. I was like, oh, someone's faking it. Maybe someone's there, you know, doing something on the other side. Nope, just terrifying. There we go.
In our number 9 spot, we have the US Navy UFO footage. Again. Apparently the US Navy recorded some aerial footage where you see triangles flashing in the sky. The footage is recorded with night vision goggles, and it came right after the Navy reported a number of unidentifiable objects in the area off the US coast. What exactly these objects are remains unsolved. Clearly they are UFOs, but of course the CIA and the government will do everything they can to avoid saying those words. If it ain't from this planet, then it must be from somewhere else. I bet you an alien will actually land here at some point and they'll still be hesitant to admit the truth. An unidentifiable being was seen walking around, they'll say.
Number 8, Barton Mansion Ghost. This video is from 2001. Somebody explored through the Barton Mansion in California because, like I said earlier, some people like doing that for some reason. This mansion is said to be the home of tons of sinister happenings, satanic rituals, paranormal activity. It's even said that a demon haunts the top floor. It's kind of cool though, demon haunting the top floor. He's like, I shot to the top bunk, and then just floats around. It's said that the night before this video was taken, a group had broken into the abandoned basement, and there they found a creepy configuration of stones surrounding a piece of meat. They came back the next day to take some more video footage of the place, and the part of the video that I wanted to show you is basically a first-person view as somebody explores through said mansion. And it's when they spot something that none of us wanted to see, and that's when all hell breaks loose. Here we go. What exactly did he see there? I have no idea. If you have any ideas, put in the comments down below because I won't be able to sleep. Great. Number 7, clown sightings. This footage comes again from another home surveillance camera, and I feel like these things always catch the creepiest happenings. I just did a doorbell camera video where the dude's licking the guy's doorbell. That's the worst thing I've seen in ages. This time, when the homeowner went to check their footage, they were greeted by an extremely creepy clown. Yeah, I'm not sure if you remember years back when there was like a clown craze. Everyone just wanted to be clowns for some reason and hang out next to the highway. That was weird. I'm hoping that's where this video comes from, but again, there's no explanation, so we just gotta dive in and wonder.
Grabs a pumpkin and then tears it apart. The clown stares awkwardly at the camera before disappearing into the darkness.
I like that the reporter commented that the clown looked awkward at the camera before leaving. Yeah, awkward. That's for sure the word I would use for this encounter. Awkward. Not terrifying. Number 6, Blockbuster Ghost. Oh, a classic. For those of you who don't know, before the age of streaming and, you know, LimeWire, Netflix, all that amazing technology, we had to go to a store with our legs and our families. We had to put on our winter coats to go rent a movie. And sometimes we got there and there was only widescreens left of said movie. That was always the worst. You're like, I guess. I would go in and hide a video sometimes, and then come back with my family, we'd find it, and then rent it. Now, as many good memories that rest there in Blockbuster, there's also some haunting ones. This surveillance camera footage shows an employee, after closing, restocking some of the shelves in the store, and then they notice something flying off one shelf while they're stocking it. And when he finishes stocking one shelf, he moves on to the next, but one video on the shelf he just worked on immediately falls off. Okay, maybe he put the video on the shelf in a, you know, awkward angle. It wasn't a tight 45, maybe it was one of those and it kind of slipped down. It happens. But when he walks away, it flies off the shelf again. Now at this point, I would have already dipped, I would have signed out, maybe even quit my job, who knows. But he goes back, picks the video up, and he walks away again, but this time a video on the other shelf falls down right in front of him, and then as he reaches to pick that video up, another video falls, and then a third one falls. And then he understandably runs off after that. That's just, yeah, to be honest, at that point, I would leave. I would leave after the first video fell, if I'm being honest. Number 5, witch caught on tape. I am terrified of witches. I don't like this one. Okay. This video comes from Mexico and it's said to be a sighting of a witch flying through the air. I love this video. I saw this long before I started working here and it's been rent-free, just sitting right in there. I don't like how slow she's going too. Like, she's not in any rush. The people who recorded the video said they could see the figure wearing a cape, which is why, of course, we all assume that it's a witch. And also, she's flying through the air, so there's that too. Just to add another layer of to this already kind of weird video, police officers from the area also explained that they had seen some sort of witch-like creature before this footage was even captured. They said they saw some sort of creature dressed in all black with huge claws, and it had their head hanging down low. Like, imagine a police officer, I'd be like, what? Go get that thing then. What are you talking about? Is that a gargoyle? I've seen Lord of the Rings. Can we close the city? That's terrifying. That's a Demigorgon. Number 4, creeper in the back. Not creeper in the front. That's a different video. This is creeper in the back. Here we go. With so much of the world working from home and needing to do Zoom calls all the time, and now we're just comfortable and no one wants to go back to the office, so we're just gonna keep doing it forever, I guess. After you see this clip, you're gonna be looking over your shoulder every time you're at a meeting in the future. Yeah, you don't want anything like that creeping around your house at any point. When you're looking or not looking, honestly. The sad part is that guy looked like he was having a good time. Maybe he got a promotion on this Zoom call, you know, whatever was going on. He was loving it until, you know, the scary demon apparatus cloud monster thing appeared, of course. Then it kind of went downhill. Now I don't know what the aftermath is of this video, so if you want peace or sleep tonight, I can't help you. I'm not the guy for you. I just report the videos and go, that's scary. Next. Number 3, the clip. This is a video that's titled Clip 95 MP4, and after watching it, honestly, I'm good with the other 94, to be honest. I wish I could explain to you guys what's going on in this video, but again, like the rest of them, I have no idea. That's why I included them. They're really baffling. It's a weirdly put together VHS tape, montage, whatever, that features some strange looking people in masks, a weird thing that maybe looks like a clock, and then a whole bunch of, it's just bad vibes, you know, Chris? Just bad vibes going on. It's just not the mood for us. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to find out, again, like the rest. I don't know what's going on with the clock symbolism here either. It's very specific. I feel like I'm late watching this video. Like I have like the anxiety going on now. Number 2, the chair. Not to be confused with the WWE wrestling move, the chair. This is way less fun, this one. I grew up watching the big comfy couch. I love comfy couches and comfy chairs. I'll sit on both all day long. A rocking chair as an adult, I'll be asleep in minutes. I love this. Except for when it's haunted and it just rocks by itself. Then in that case, I don't want to buy that. No thank you. This is a video of exactly that. It's a chair that is said to have been purchased, used just a couple of days prior, and let me tell you, I hope they kept a receipt. My grandma had a rocking chair and she said that it would move on its own from time to time. Isn't that terrifying? My grandma told me that when I was like 8. And finally, number 1, VHS for sale. This VHS tape was found at an estate sale that was being held in a barn. Now the person who uploaded this tape found them in 10 boxes that they had purchased, amongst, you know, other things such as records, rusted tools, old paint cans, just borderline garbage, and they're like, ah yes, I'll paint it a different color and sell it for $1 more. And then, you know, sure. This video shows somebody walking through some sort of mildly wooded area in the daytime, which, okay, yeah, fine, that's all great and dandy, but then it cuts to a night scene immediately, and that's when the uncomfortable feelings start to rise up. That's when I feel like I'm gonna throw up on my keyboard watching this video. I have absolutely no idea what the white thing being dragged is, but hey, guess what? I don't want to find out. There we go. What a fun list that was. Number 10, ghost pet. Okay, I'll kick this journey off with some pets from the afterlife. We love that. That's always nice to know, I guess. I grew up with 2 dogs, 2 cats, a bird, a guinea pig at some point, you know. We love animals growing up. I never thought of the idea of ghost animals. I never actually thought about it, right? I've seen tons of footage where the ghost is human shaped or whatever. I've never thought about an actual animal ghost. Is that calming? Is that terrifying for you? Is it possible? First of all, check this out. Okay, so maybe you're thinking it's probably air. Maybe they're sitting on an air vent of some sorts, the blanket's moving, whatever. I thought that too, but then I kept watching. I don't know, this doesn't seem like an airflow if you ask me. I've seen some vents in my lifetime. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm torn on this one personally. A ghost cat? What a nightmare. Number 9, historic home tape. No, not one of those home tapes, you freaks. That's an...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm not exactly sure what happened or who these people are, but something's going on in here. You know what? I'm tapping out. Let's move on. Number 8, ghost kid. Okay, moving from ghost animals to ghost humans. Here we go, a little bit more familiar. This next clip of unexplained footage comes from a TikTok user named Yushiani66. Now this is a school of some sorts, I'm guessing, and there's a music class, some sort of musical presentation that's lovely at first, but it looks as if a ghost child just appears out of nowhere on the right side and then just disappears again, just like that. Check it out. Yeah, it's almost like the person switches dimensions for a bit. They just change their mind, I guess. I don't know. They watch Loki, it seems. I'm a big fan of ghost footage. I love that. I've seen some odd blurs in my own personal home videos. I've seen a few odd things myself. We'll talk about it later. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I feel like I believe in ghosts.
Up next, we have a woman with a sharp kitchen utensil on a doorbell cam. So this next video really made me want to run out and put a security camera by my front door, and after this you'll probably want to do the same. A man woke up in the middle of the night to his doorbell being rung, and now first off, I feel like anytime someone knocks on your door or rings your doorbell in the middle of the night, it's probably not for a good reason, right? Either you're getting some bad news or something seriously unsettling is going on, and that's what happens here. We see an elderly woman standing in front of the man's door, rocking back and forth, which is like unsettling enough in the middle of the night. Even during the day, if you didn't know her, it'd be like, what? But she's also brandishing a sharp kitchen utensil in her hand, patiently waiting for him to come down and open the door. Well, I say patiently, but she seems to be ringing the doorbell like over and over again and can't seem to stand still. What makes this video so unsettling is wondering what would have happened if he didn't have a security camera and opened the door. Unless he was just being a friendly neighbor and wanted to give him a brand new kitchen utensil, I don't see how this would have ended well. Hopefully the woman is okay. She, something's going on there.
Number 6, ghost janitor. James and I are coming for everything on this list. We got poltergeists, haunted school plays, ghost cats playing under blankets, you name it. I'm trying to get a little bit of everything involved. This next one here reminds me of my old high school. Pretty sure that's Sinclair Secondary. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it was haunted. This clip was posted on YouTube by user Tubber Rubber. Awesome name, might I add. It's them filming security footage, and in it we see a janitor cleaning station just rolling on its own. Now, one of two things is happening here. One, there is indeed a ghost pushing this cart down a hallway, which, if that's the case, unreal. You're committed to the bit even after death. You deserve a raise. Awesome. Or two, the water is splashing around, causing the cart to move on its own. I don't know, one of the two. I'm kind of torn. The other night I was boiling water, and then out of nowhere this thing started just sliding off the burner zone by itself. It was scary, but sometimes momentum plus water equals, is that a ghost? What do you think? Comment down below.
Up next is a strange creature on the road. This mysterious video features someone driving down a quiet road at night. I feel like that's how a lot of creepy stories start. You don't often hear someone start a story with, I was driving down a desolate road alone at night, without following it up with something at least a little unsettling. This video shows some kind of figure standing on the side of the road. It's hard to make it out because, like with most unexplained videos, the quality isn't fantastic. Usually shot on like a potato. And we pass by the figure pretty fast too, as the guy is driving. Some people say it looks like some kind of bird creature. I don't really see that. It looks more like a zombie to me because its neck looks like it's broken, like it's resting at a strange angle. If that even is its neck, again, it's hard to exactly tell what this thing is. Even if it isn't a mutated bird creature or a zombie, which let's face it, it most likely is, why would someone be standing on the side of the road alone at night with their neck all twisted up? I really wanted the person shooting to like slow down or back up their car to see what it was, but I get why they didn't. I'd be burning rubber to get as far away from that thing as possible too.
Number 4, Crayola ghost. All right, here comes some imagination for you, some creativity. Here we go. This next one is honestly like a foreign one, because I got you, okay? This couple online decided it was wise to upload each and every bit of paranormal activity that goes on under their roof. Nice, someone watched paranormal activity movies, they're taking some notes. Some clips show a door moving on its own, but another clip that has gained quite a bit of momentum online has me torn and honestly pretty afraid. Apparently ghosts have favorite colors. Who knew? I always had a hunch, but now we have proof. These videos I like because it has other examples of non-paranormal activity in it as well. Only one marker is moving in this clip, not all of them, so perhaps there is some sort of force, some ghost force involved. Also, if you go out of your way to film something, especially something this small in comparison to, all these other videos, you have my vote. I don't know, no one's gonna fake a little Crayola. That's not gonna get you any clout.
Up next we have a poltergeist. Poltergeist, the most violent of ghosts. It's like you take a creepy apparition that, while freaky, doesn't really do much but appear in semi-translucent form in family pictures or makes rooms cold, ooh. But what if that thing could throw stuff around your house, possibly hurting you, or worse, making a mess that you have to spend your free time cleaning up? Well, this next video, uploaded by Rocky Mills, features a man who believes there's a squatter in a home that he's renovating. He's obviously heard something before he started shooting, so he begins calling out to whoever this supposed squatter is while checking every room in the house. Things seem normal until suddenly a door to the basement abruptly slams on its own. The camera guy immediately opens the door, and there's nobody there. Just a set of empty stairs leading to the basement. I don't know how someone could have done that unless they just pulled that door shut, jumped down the entire flight of stairs and did a power roll out of sight. I don't know if power roll is a real term, but just rolled quickly out of the camera view. Suddenly the man hears something, drops his phone, which is still filming, and runs off. At which point we see the phone start to spin, seemingly on its own. Something about the guy's reaction in this video just seems really genuine. I don't know, maybe it isn't a ghost, but I don't think it was a hoax either. Seems like something was going on in that house.
Number 2, haunted restaurant. Buddy, we got markers, buckets, now restaurants. Is everything haunted? Oh my lord. My last one for today is a haunted California restaurant. Nice. Make sure you tip, I guess, or else you're leaving with a demon, it seems. Cronies Bar in Ventura, California. The establishment actually released 2 videos themselves of what appears to be furniture falling and or moving on its own. The second clip shows a bar stool fall over on its own, but this time while nobody else was in sight. I've worked in a few bars in my life. I've improperly thrown up a bar stool before, and then it catches me, right? It falls, it's loud, it bounces 11 times. It scares you, but this time the stool was still on the ground, so ergo haunted. If you have any leading theories yourself, comment down below. I'm gonna be coming back looking for answers. I'd love to sleep tonight, so thanks.
And number 1, we got the JHARKHAND alien. Next, we're looking at another video taken of a strange creature filmed by a group of bikers. Seems like if you ride around on a motorbike enough, you're bound to spot a weird naked humanoid at some point. This video is taken in Jharkhand, India, and though the footage is grainy, once again, it appears as if there is a pale, incredibly thin, alien-looking creature walking along the side of the road. And though the figure is hard to make out, I do agree that it looks decidedly alien. Appears to have no hair, walks in an unnatural manner, and at first, I thought I spotted big glowing eyes on its head, but then it turns around, revealing that whatever the glowing eye looking things were actually on the back of its head. So I don't know, but this one's strange. Maybe it's not an alien, or maybe it's just a really pale naked person taking a stroll along the middle of the road at night, which again is kind of unsettling on its own.
In our number 10 spot, we have Superman or UFO. You may not know this, but all of the top secret government information gets declassified after 25 years. Yes, after it's basically useless to know, as I'm sure there is much more relevant information to note. But sometimes, every so often, the government drops us little breadcrumbs to keep us on our toes. Whether the CIA is okay with it, well, we will never know. But earlier this year, 2022, a press conference was held to speak about some recent footage showing unidentifiable objects in the sky. This first video shows an object in the sky that's just sort of floating by, and then all of a sudden it zooms out of frame. The government has put more money into the study of this unidentifiable aerial object in the last while, but they still have no idea what is flying in this video. Is it not a bird or plane? And no, it is not Superman. I wish. Only of course if it's Henry Cavill though. Boy is he dreamy. This footage was out to the public more than a year ago, before the Pentagon revealed that it's legitimate, and they probably only did so because of the pressure from the public to tell the truth.
So this video, taken by bikers on an island in Indonesia called Sumatra, starts off pretty normal until what looks to be a very small naked man holding a spear suddenly appears in the middle of the dirt road. And when I say it just appears, I mean comes out of nowhere. I tried going through frame by frame and just couldn't see where the little dude came from. He abruptly runs off and the bikers ride after him before he slips into the bushes. Now this part's crazy, because for a couple different reasons. First off, the bushes barely even seem to rustle when he runs into them, and when the bikers dismount from their bikes to investigate, you can see that their heads are at least the same height of the grass, or even taller, and the little man or creature, well, he looked to be about like half the size of the grass. Some say this is a member of a mythical tribe known as the Monte, while others say it could just be a hoax. I don't know though, this one looks real, like there was definitely some little guy running around there.
In our number 8 spot, we have Kenny VEACH. This is a video of a guy by the name of Kenny VEACH who went missing after going for a hike near the infamous Area 51. This video gained some popularity because in it, Kenny described that he was searching for a mysterious cave that he once came across where he felt a very strange force field around it. He described how he felt like he was getting hot from the inside, and as he got closer to it, it got worse, and so he quickly ran away. In this video, he's on the hunt for the cave again, but after the video was posted, Kenny went missing. He was on a 3-day hiking trip to find this cave when suddenly everyone stopped hearing from him. There are many conspiracy theories over this. Some say he found the cave, and if it really did have that force field around it, then it could have obliterated him. People believe that this cave and force field is linked to the mysteriousness of Area 51. Even though Kenny's girlfriend shared that Kenny had depression and suspects that he took his own life, we don't know if that's real or not, as the CIA could be covering up for the fact that Kenny found a way into Area 51. It's super sus that everyone's seemingly onto something just takes their own life. In our number 7 spot, we have Isaac Kappy. Isaac Kappy is an American actor that was best known for being in Thor and a bunch of other prominent productions. He's also best known for being a Hollywood whistleblower and speaking about what goes on in Hollywood. You know, the Harvey Weinstein goings on, that kind of thing. Calling out such names as Seth Green and Steven Spielberg. Isaac started to receive death threats and spoke about how he might be killed. Then all of a sudden, he made a video talking about how there's now darkness within him and that this video would be his last video. He also spoke about how he was not thinking about taking his own life, in case anyone says that he is, which is what makes this video even more curious. There is much speculation as to whether he ended up taking his own life or whether he was actually killed. All that's clear is this last video of him and all of his YouTube content has been suppressed online. Why? Perhaps because they don't want what he previously spoke about to be public knowledge. Perhaps. In our number 6 spot, we have Obama's security shapeshifter. In 2012, at the US-Israel Policy Conference, President Obama was making a speech, and while he was doing so, the cameras caught something very extraordinary. Every so often, the cameras would pan out into the audience and show the audience, of course, but also the security guards. In one shot, the camera catches one of the bodyguards from behind, looking completely different than he did from the front. We see a bald man with no ears and a pointy chin. His nose looks short and rounded, and his eyes appear to be dark and sunken in. Most think that because it was so dark and crowded that people would have missed this, and that the camera caught this shapeshifter in a blip of a moment in its true form. But of course, this footage has been suppressed from the public, and people believe the CIA is concerned with this getting out because it confirms an alien race. In our number 5 spot, we have the time traveler from 1938. In this clip, we see a group of girls walking and talking, and one of the girls in particular is walking and talking into what looks to be a cell phone. Yes, a cell phone in 1938. The first cell phone is only known to have been invented in 1973, so the fact that she's talking on what looks to be a flip phone is impossible. Right? Well, even though this video has made its rounds online, it's still quite suppressed, and it's surprising how people have still not seen it. Could it possibly be due to the fact that it exposes that time travel may exist? That would certainly be concerning to the CIA. Which brings me to our number 4 spot, the 1928 time traveler. This video clip is from an older movie and time than the time traveler clip before, but it is no less suspicious. It is yet another clip that has been suppressed due to the nature of it possibly being concerning to the CIA or anyone wanting time travel to be covered up. It's a clip from a Charlie Chaplin movie called The Circus, where a rather fancy dressed woman is talking into a device that is being held to her ear. Now you could say, could that not be a walkie-talkie if not a cell phone? Nope. Even the walkie-talkie wasn't invented until the 30s. This woman is without a doubt talking into a device held to her ear, and so if it is not a portable phone, then I have no idea what it is. What do you think she's holding in her hand and talking to? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. In our number 3 spot, we have the Alleyway shapeshifter. Okay, this is one of the craziest videos I have ever seen of a shapeshifter, and it's wild to me that this video has been suppressed. Well, maybe not wild, because I guess the shapeshifters clearly don't want people to know that they exist, and so, you know, they throw themselves into movie plots like Captain Marvel so you don't think twice about the idea of their existence, and you chalk it up to an idea being something that you just see in movies. So I suppose it's not that surprising that this video is not more known. Anyways, here we have footage of a person that goes into an alleyway that is semi-lit and stands still, and then what appears to be a dark shadow leaves its body and walks away, and the person remains frozen. This clip has been heavily debated for some time now, but apparently it's completely authentic and kinda unexplainable. Of course, the CIA would be concerned about it. In our number 2 spot, we have the NBC Shapeshifter. This is a crazy clip from 1995 that is one of the first reptile men clips you can find on the internet. If you haven't ever heard of the theory of the reptile man, well, it goes like this. People believe that as far back as the ancient Mesopotamia times that reptile people have existed among us humans. A lot of people believe that Hollywood is specifically where a lot of them reside. Anyways, this is a clip of an NBC reporter from the 90s by the name of Isaiah Carey, who was in the middle of filming when he swallowed a grasshopper. If you zoom in to the point where he swallows it, you can observe him having an abnormally large, somewhat pointy tongue, and the color is slightly green. The reporter turned away from the camera right as this happened. Most people think that he turned away from the camera to hide his tongue, which is possible, but one could argue that it's more likely because this is something so gross and embarrassing that happened on live TV. Do you think this is a reptile man and perhaps the CIA has suppressed this video due to the fact that it could reveal this alien race? Let me know in the comment section down below. In our number 1 spot, we have the fast UFO. This is more footage that the US government released showing an unidentifiable object in the sky. In this footage, you actually see an object moving in the sky, and we can kind of pick up on the fact that it's an unusual shape. This particular UFO is moving pretty fast, and the camera is having a hard time keeping up. There's no question though that this is something that we've never seen before. The Pentagon wouldn't have released it if it didn't feel that it has validity. This was the final of the 3 Pentagon videos that were declassified and shared with us common folk. Oh, why thank you government for telling us that it's possible that alien life has come to Earth. As if we didn't already know this, and as if we are not aware of the fact that you definitely have more footage that you're keeping from us, CIA.